Hey guys, you're watching Tech Radar. I'm Basil, and today we're going to talk about the LG V30, the latest video-centric device from LG. Now, the V series usually only comes out in the States. This one looks like it's getting an international release. Before I jump into that, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, subscribe. It's how you're going to stay on top of all of our videos. Right, the V30. This thing has a 6-inch screen, 2880 by 1440 resolution, so nice and sharp, and 18:9 aspect ratio too. It's got a front 5 megapixel camera, USB Type-C at the base, as well as a headphone jack. Now, it's a bottom firing mono speaker, which isn't great, but the headphone jack has a built-in DAC, so your audio quality from headphones should be sweet. When it comes to what's inside this phone, you've got Android 7. It will be updatable to Android 8 down the line. That said, Android will take advantage of the OLED display on this thing, ensuring that it's Google Daydream ready, which is a first for LG devices. What's also really nice about this phone is it has Fingerprint Security around the back, and the fingerprint scanner is in the perfect place below the camera in the center, really easy for your finger to find. It's also IP68 water and dust resistant and has military grade durability. Not exactly sure what military grade durability means, but for a phone with a glass front and back, that can only be a good thing. The user interface is optimized for the 18:9 screen, just like with the LG G6. However, this time around, you've got something called a floating bar. This floating bar sort of replaces a secondary display on the V20, this time around treating it more like a Samsung Edge display, so it activates a portion of the screen to showcase pertinent notifications and information. Around the back, you've got a 16 megapixel and a 13 megapixel camera. The 16 megapixel telephoto camera has an f1.6 aperture. That's the widest aperture that I've personally seen on a smartphone, so it should get loads of light in. What's also really cool, it's got a glass lens, so again, extra clarity and extra light will make for a better picture. The second camera is a 13 megapixel sensor with an f1.9 lens and has a really wide angle, so you'll get everything in frame. Now, while I've spoken about the camera lenses and sensors, I haven't talked about what they can do from a technical point of view. First off, photography. This thing can shoot manual, can shoot RAW, and there's even onboard guides to help you get more comfortable with shooting like a pro. Video, however, is where it really steps apart from the crowd. The V30 is a first device that has color grading options embedded into the metadata of your video files that you can then export to Premiere Pro or Final Cut, and it will all be there ready for you to play with within your video editing suite. Okay, so that's only for people who want to edit their videos like a professional, but if you're just a quick point and shooter, you'll still benefit from the point zoom. Tap on an area of the screen and it will really smoothly home in on it, removing any of that jerkiness commonly associated with mobile phone zooming. So the cameras are definitely covered. But what about the rest of the internals? You've got a Snapdragon 835 processor with 4 GB of RAM. That's plenty of power, and it makes up for the fact that the LG G6 had a Snapdragon 821. In addition to that, you've got 64 or 128 GB of storage and micro SD card expandability. Pair all that with a 3300 mAh battery, which is the same size as the Samsung Galaxy Note. Bearing in mind this thing has a slightly smaller screen, and it looks like it should hopefully see you through a full day. Cameron in the US has got his hands on one already, and he's writing our review as I speak. So if you've got any questions about the phone, fire them in the comments section below or tweet him directly. In the meantime, check out all our IFA coverage and subscribe to Tech Radar. That's how you're going to stay on top of everything that we do. Thanks for watching.